Sayer, that's his son name. In 2021, Jackson provided Miss Mayer's name to the FBI as a former employee and potential background witness in the connection with some criminal investigations involving Mitchell Green. In 2024, days before Miss Mayers was scheduled to give sworn testimony under subpoena in the civil Sayer Spirits fraud case, Jackson learned that Miss Mayers had only had not only spoken with the FBI again because Jackson had identified her as a former employee in 2021, but the U.S. Attorney's Office had also subpoenaed Mrs. Myers to testify before the grand jury. Jackson's paranoia and need for control overtook the obvious fact that he had created the very risk he now feared. He provided Mrs. Myers, whatever it is, goddamn it, name Oscar Mayer, named to the FBI to assist in the Sayer case. But once he learned that her involvement had gone beyond an interview and that she had been subpoenaed to testify before the grand jury, he intensified his threats. On the afternoon of May 1st, 2024, the eve of her court-ordered deposition in the civil case, Ms. Myers received a threatening text message. You will suffer. Fifth. Fifth is Jackson's well-known nickname. But that wasn't enough. The next day, on May 2nd, 2 years ago, 2024, Jackson's intimidation moved from the shadows into a court-ordered deposition. With Jackson silently watching on Zoom, his attorney, Mr. Kelly of Blank Rome LLP, peppered her with questions concerning Ms. Myers' conversations with the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office, matters outside the proper scope of the deposition. After Ms. Myers answered yes, O'Kelly pressed for her and asked whether agents had asked her about Jackson or his attorney, Stephen Safa. Ms. Myers answered no, as to Jackson, and I do not recall as to Safa. O'Kelly kept pressing anyway. Immediately after exhausting the FBI inquiry and at Jackson's direction, O'Kelly pivoted to an inflammatory and wholly unrelated subject: the unsolved 2006 murder of Israel Ramirez at Busta Rhymes' video shoot in Brooklyn. O'Kelly asked Ms. Myers directly, do you know who shot and killed Israel Ramirez in Brooklyn at a Busta Rhymes video shoot? Why would he be asking her that? I wonder why is he asking her that? I'm gonna have to sleep on that one. I'm so confused. The Ramirez murder had nothing to do with the civil case. It had nothing to do with Miss Myers. She had no knowledge of it, no involvement in it, and was not even working for Jackson in 2006. Jackson did not have his attorney invoke the Ramirez cold case. Wait, so now 50 didn't have him ask that? 50 did not have his attorney invoke the Ramirez cold case into the deposition to uncover any truth, but to send a threat and terrorize Miss Myers into silence by reminding her that disclosing too much to state authorities or exposing secrets he wanted buried came with consequences. Oh, now I understand why. Well, allegedly. Allegedly. According to how this reads, that was more of a threat. Like they brought that up to remind her that this could be you, allegedly. And heavy on the allegedly. But if that is the reason that they brought that up to ask her about that, then that's the only thing that I could think of that makes sense to me. Because I wouldn't understand why he would be bringing that up and being on that side of the fence and not on the Buster Swiss B side of the fence. Like, why would they even be bringing that up? But if it's a subliminal threat, allegedly, then it makes sense to me. Then I'm not confused. I ain't gotta sit back and think on it. If what they said is that's being a low key threat. But if she don't know about it and she don't know who did it or allegedly did it or allegedly was responsible for it, then that means somebody would have had told her what transpired at the video shoot for her to understand that them bringing that up would be a threat. And clearly, Buster clearly didn't tell who did it because he damn sure know. I know somebody's scared that they bringing that back up. The bang bang calls and court intervention. And the threats did not end at the deposition. On August 3rd, 2024, at 4:29 a.m., Ms. Mayers received the first of 15 calls that continued for 3 hours. Two voicemails saying, "Bang, bang, I shot you down." After the "bang, bang, I shot you down" voicemails, Ms. Mayers reported Jackson's conduct to the court, including his connection to Jackson and the deposition questioning about the Ramirez murder. Somebody get ready, yo. I'm telling you, this Ramirez murder is not coming up for no reason, bro. Trust me when I tell you. This is all coming up for a reason. State Judge Melissa Crane reacted with, let's see if Vlad asks questions about that. That's what yeah. Let's see if Vlad questions certain people about that. State Judge Melissa Crane reacted with an alarm. On the record, Judge Crane stated, "I mean, this has never happened in any case I've ever had." Judge Crane then told Ms. Mayers, "In terms of your safety, I'm going to pass all this along to our court officers. I've elevated this." Despite Ms. Mayers elevating Jackson's conduct to a state judge, the harassment did not stop. Exactly 1 year later, on August 3rd, 2025, Ms. Mayers again received 15 phone calls, same day, same number of calls, same pre-dawn pattern, and the harassment has not stopped.